What's up, guys? Welcome back to Flipping the Script Fishing. Now, I want to show you a tip. If you like to flip and pitch a jig or a Texas rig, anything like that, I want to show you a tip, something you can add to your rod that will help out amazingly. Oftentimes, rods are balanced out in order to help with that technique all day. When I'm flipping all day long, you can wear yourself out. I know it's just a simple motion, but when you're doing it hour after hour, it can really wear on you. So a lot of rods, the more expensive ones, are built with weights in the tail end of or the butt end of the fishing rod to help with that, to help balance out that rod better and to minimize the stress on your arm. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't have money to pay $400 for a fishing rod that might break at any moment. So I, on the other hand, am more of a bass budget angler. So what I have here are two quantum fishing rods. They're identical, and they are 7 foot long, medium heavy action. They're both IM8s. I mean, they are identical, okay? And I think I got these on sale for like $35 a pop, so not a bad deal. So what I did was made a rod weight for myself. You'll see that on the end of that. I want to show you the difference, okay? So now obviously this doesn't have a reel on it. The reel should fit in your hand. Right here I'll be holding that. So this would be my center point that I need this rod to be balanced at, okay? Now what you'll see is if I put my finger here, I let go this side, it topples right over, okay? So my weight is distributed too far to the front end of this rod, okay? So that stress and having to lift up that rod every time when I'm flipping and pitching, every time I'm using my wrist and doing that I want to wear my arm out, okay? So now I want to see the difference with this one, okay? Exactly the same. All right, I put my finger right here. Okay, not perfect, but pretty darn close. So, I want to show you how to make this. It's very quick, cheap, and this one's glued on, but you can actually, some of the other ones I have, you can put them on there when you need them, take them off when you don't. So I will show you that in just 1 minute. All right, what I have here are some rubber chair tips. You see that? I got two different sizes. These are 1 1/8 to 1 1/4 inch, and these are 1 inch. Okay. Now, depending on the size of the butt end of my rod, I might need a smaller size or the bigger size. Okay. I also have a pair of wire snips, some catfish weights, fishing sinkers, the circular ones. Okay. These are 3 ounce, and I would recommend the 2 ounce for the smaller chair tips, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically cut this circle off, and I'm gonna jam it in here, okay? It's as simple as that. Take the wire snips, cut it off. Just like that. Take out my chair tip. This one's obviously not brand new, but I just took it out of there so you could get the idea of what I'm doing, okay? So, I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna shove it in here. Get this out of the way. And it should be not a really tight fit. You want it to stay in there, so take this. All this is a screwdriver, and I shove it in the bottom there. Make sure it's seated well on the bottom, and there I have it. Okay, I got my weight at the bottom of my chair tip, and I literally just stick this on the back of my rod, and it's good to go. Now I would suggest getting a rod that you can glue this to, because when the action gets crazy out there and you flip into a brush pile and big old bass takes it, sometimes these could fly off there because you got a lot of torque on that fishing rod. So if you like it on there and it and you see that it works, as I do, glue it on there. And you will find that it makes the sensitivity to your rod very, very sensitive. So try that out. You won't be disappointed. All right, so here I have my rod rigged up with my butt weight, call it the rod weight, and now I have my reel on here. Okay, now when I'm palming this to flip, when I'm flipping with it, okay, this weight helps to balance this all out. Okay, so that tip, instead of wanting to fall forward, it's now balanced up with minimal effort. Okay, so when I'm palming this, any little bite I get at the end of my rod, I'll feel, because the rod tip doesn't want to go down. It wants to stay up. So when you get a fish taking the end and it starts to tug on that, the sensitivity is much, much better this way. Try that tip with your flipping rig. Like I said, you won't be disappointed. I hope these tips work for you, and I'd love to hear about it if you try them out and they work for you. So let me hear from you. All right, make sure you smash that button, like and subscribe, and as always, until next time, tight lines.